Warm welcome in day 23. By now, your journey through retention has transformed more than your body. It has reshaped your presence, your awareness, and your energetic field. Week 3 reflections have shown you the subtle currents of your inner life. And long-term strategies have taught you the art of cycles, control, and balance. Today, we move into the subtle realm of human interaction, relationships. Not the fleeting connections of desire or impulse, but the magnetic pull that comes from internal authority and grounded presence. This is the art of attraction without neediness. Before we go deeper into semen retention mastery, subscribe to this channel and join our Telegram community, link below. You'll get guidance, insights, and exclusive updates designed to accelerate your growth. Stay connected. Your discipline, focus, and transformation begin right here. Attraction is energy, not strategy. It cannot be manufactured through manipulation, words, or overt effort. True attraction arises when a man embodies the qualities that draw others naturally: confidence, clarity, vitality, and alignment with purpose. Retention has already begun this process. By consolidating your energy, you create an internal gravity that others cannot ignore. But energy alone is insufficient without awareness and intention. The man who understands his own value can move through relationships without chasing or clinging, without trying to control outcomes, and without bending to external validation. Neediness is the opposite of attraction. It arises from imbalance when desire overtakes stability, when insecurity overrides confidence, and when emotional dependence replaces self-sufficiency. It is visible to others, subtle but undeniable. The energy of neediness pushes, pulls, and exhausts. It contaminates connection with anxiety, expectation, and distraction. By practicing retention, you gain a buffer against these tendencies. Your impulses are managed, your focus sharpened, and your presence stabilized. Neediness diminishes naturally when you hold your energy with clarity and live from alignment with your North Star. Relationships operate on polarity. Masculine and feminine energies are not tied to gender, but to qualities that create attraction. Masculine energy. Your energy is grounded, focused, directional, and decisive. Feminine energy, which you may encounter in partners or social interactions, is receptive, expressive, fluid, and emotional. Attraction is a natural consequence of polarity. When a man's masculine energy is strong, coherent, and present, it naturally draws those with complementary energy. This is not something to force. It is cultivated through discipline, self-awareness, and retention. The first step toward attraction without neediness is internal authority. This is the unshakable confidence that you are complete, that your value is inherent, and that your life is oriented around purpose, not validation. Internal authority is different from arrogance. It is quiet, steady, and self-sufficient. The man who embodies it does not demand attention, he radiates it. His decisions are deliberate, not reactive. His presence is magnetic because it communicates security, clarity, and purpose. Retention amplifies this authority by consolidating his energy, creating a field that is felt before it is spoken. Next comes emotional composure. Emotional instability is the breeding ground for neediness. When a man cannot regulate his responses, he communicates uncertainty, desperation, or imbalance. Long-term retention sharpens the nervous system, enhancing emotional resilience. You will notice that moments which once triggered overreaction now pass with calm observation. This composure signals strength and reliability, qualities that naturally attract. When you are emotionally stable, interactions are free of hidden agendas or anxious expectation, and connection becomes fluid rather than transactional. Awareness of self and others is the third pillar. Relationships require insight not only into your own needs, patterns, and triggers, but also into the subtle signals of others. By observing without overreacting, you maintain presence while responding appropriately. The man who can feel the emotional currents of an interaction without losing himself to them commands respect and attention. Attraction flows when a man operates from a place of centered observation rather than reactive craving. The principle of detachment is essential. Detachment does not mean indifference or coldness. It means freedom from outcome dependence. When you interact with someone, your purpose is not to secure approval, affection, or possession. Your purpose is to communicate presence, energy, and authenticity. Outcomes are not indicators of your worth. Retention empowers detachment because energy is no longer fragmented by compulsive impulses. You are whole, self-directed, and unpressured. Others sense this and are drawn to it naturally. Polarity can be observed in subtle behavioral dynamics. Masculine energy sets direction without force. It initiates, decides, and maintains structure. Feminine energy responds with fluidity, receptivity, and influence. This interplay creates natural attraction. The man who understands polarity does not overcompensate by controlling or chasing. He maintains his own energy center, allowing complementary dynamics to manifest organically. Misalignment, on the other hand, creates neediness. Too much pursuit, too much anxiety, too much compromise for approval. Communication is a reflection of energy. Words are secondary to presence. When a man embodies retention, clarity, and authority, his language becomes precise, measured, and meaningful. He does not over-explain, over-persuade, or over-apologize. His tone, posture, and subtle signals convey his groundedness. Others feel it, often without consciously recognizing why. Authentic attraction requires that energy speaks first, while words reinforce it. Neediness, conversely, is often loud, excessive, or reactive signaling, imbalance, and lack of internal authority. Boundaries are another critical component. They are the physical, emotional, and mental lines that protect your energy. Retention strengthens your ability to maintain boundaries without guilt. Healthy boundaries signal self-respect and clarity, reinforcing attraction. People are naturally drawn to those who respect themselves and others. Neediness erodes boundaries. A man who bends excessively to please or accommodate loses the magnetic quality of autonomy. Attraction is amplified not by constant giving, but by strategic presence and clear limits. Self-sufficiency extends beyond emotional composure. It includes financial stability, physical vitality, intellectual development, and creative expression. A man whose energy is directed toward purpose and growth does not rely on relationships to complete him. Instead, relationships become platforms for expression, collaboration, and shared experience. This shift from dependence to interdependence transforms interactions from transactional to magnetic. Retention intensifies this by providing the energy and focus necessary for growth in all domains of life. The subtlety of attraction without neediness lies in restraint. You resist the urge to overinvest, overcontact, or overshare. You learn to observe reactions without immediate intervention. Silence becomes a tool. Deliberate pacing in interaction communicates presence and control. Others sense that your attention is not desperate but selective, that your energy is finite and therefore valuable. This principle applies to emotional engagement, time, and physical intimacy. Every form of restraint amplifies your magnetic field. Desire must also be transmuted. Retention teaches the man to hold sexual energy without repression or guilt. Transmutation channels that energy into social, creative, and personal domains. When desire is refined, it radiates as vitality, charm, and charisma. This energy is inherently attractive. People respond not to the explicit expression of need, but to the refined projection of vitality. Neediness arises when desire is scattered, unregulated, or projected as dependence. Attraction arises when desire is contained, directed, and consciously expressed. Observation is a daily practice. Take note of how interactions unfold, your responses, the subtle pull of attraction, and moments of internal tension. Use these insights to adjust energy management, communication, and presence. Long-term mastery is cumulative. Patterns reveal themselves over weeks and months. Reflection transforms raw experience into conscious strategy. This is the difference between reactive attraction and magnetic presence. Authenticity is inseparable from this process. Attempting to appear desirable through manipulation, pretense, or exaggeration undermines retention and creates internal conflict. Attraction without neediness is grounded in truth. The alignment of internal energy with external expression. Your energy must match your behavior. Otherwise, subtle dissonance creates tension, anxiety, or frustration in interactions. Consistency between energy and action is the hallmark of magnetic authority. Patience is essential. Attraction is not instantaneous, and meaningful connection is never rushed. The man who embodies retention understands the value of timing, when to act, when to observe, when to speak, and when to remain silent. Impulsivity disrupts the natural rhythm of energy exchange. Patience amplifies the perception of authority, deepens trust, and strengthens polarity. It communicates that your presence is deliberate, not desperate. All right, you've got this incredible energy now. Don't let it dissipate. Before you click off, prove you were here. Smash that like button, and if you're serious about this journey, hit subscribe right now. This isn't just a channel, it's a movement. I want to know where the next wave of power is coming from, so drop your city or country in the comments below. For direct answers and our inner community's best secrets, the Telegram link is in the description. And please, share this fire with the one person who needs it most today. Go be a force. Have a truly powerful day. Your social and relational environment is a reflection of your inner state. If your energy is scattered, neediness manifests subtly. creating tension and confusion. If your energy is consolidated, grounded, and aligned, attraction flows effortlessly. Retention amplifies this by providing the internal stability necessary to maintain clarity in the midst of social dynamics. Awareness of this reflection allows conscious adjustments in behavior, communication, and interaction patterns. Physical presence and nonverbal communication are crucial. Retention strengthens posture, gaze, movement, and subtle expressions. These convey stability, vitality, and authority. People respond to these cues often more than 2 words. Energy flows from the body outward. The man who moves with grounded rhythm, who controls gestures, and who communicates through presence rather than seeking validation becomes magnetic naturally. Neediness, by contrast, disrupts body language through tension, fidgeting, or over. Long-term relational strategy requires ongoing refinement. Attraction without neediness is not a fixed state. It is a continuous practice of self-mastery. Regularly assess your interactions. Are you projecting internal stability? Are you responding rather than reacting? Are you maintaining boundaries and clarity? Each assessment strengthens awareness, ensuring that energy remains coherent, focused, and magnetic. Retention provides the energy and discipline to sustain this refinement. Integration of attraction, presence, and retention transforms relationships into reflections of growth rather than dependencies. Sexual energy becomes a tool for connection, not a source of compulsion. Emotional energy becomes a bridge rather than a tether. Mental energy becomes clarity rather than distraction. The man who integrates these elements creates relationships that are expansive, mutually respectful, and magnetically aligned. Finally, gratitude and humility reinforce authenticity. Attraction is enhanced not by ego, but by the quiet awareness of your value and the respect for others' autonomy. Humility communicates security, while gratitude amplifies presence. These qualities draw people without effort. Neediness, rooted in insecurity or entitlement, repels or drains. Retention sharpens these qualities by cultivating energy that is stable, coherent, and directed. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. As you reflect on this lesson, remember, mastery of relationships is an extension of self-mastery. Energy held and refined internally radiates externally. Polarity attracts, authority commands, and composure sustains connection. By observing cycles, exercising control, and maintaining balance, you create interactions that are magnetic yet effortless. You no longer chase approval or validation. You simply embody presence, and attraction follows naturally. The journey is ongoing. The more consistently you apply these principles, the more your energy becomes a stabilizing force in relationships. Others respond not to need, but to alignment. Desire is transformed into magnetic energy. Connection becomes meaningful without compromise of self. You have moved from reactive engagement to deliberate, conscious presence. This is the pinnacle of attraction. Without neediness, a man fully in command of his energy, fully aligned with his purpose, and fully capable of creating relationships that reflect and elevate his mastery. Keep watching Day 24, coming soon.